Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. Thank you. Yeah. It's really, really incredibly special to be here with you this evening. It's been an amazing 10 years for Sefaria, and it's been a dreadful 5 months for the Jewish people. We are all shaken by the violence in Israel and the world's seeming disregard for the basic safety and security of the Jewish people. At Sefaria, this has been felt deeply and daily. We are a professional team of 37 people, and 16 live and work in Israel. At one point, we had 3 teammates called up to the reserves, along with the husbands of 2 others and the children of another 2. We have mourned with too many close friends. At the same time, our work at Sefaria has been extra meaningful these last few months. At Sefaria, we take comfort and, more importantly, find purpose in the fact that our work is not contingent upon a news cycle, an election cycle, or even a cycle of war. We are working on a project that goes back 3,000 years. For as long as there have been Jews, there has been Torah. We are the people of the book. And despite the news of the day, we know the Jewish people will live on. And we know that for as long as we do, we will be exploring and studying our sacred texts to make sense of the world and ourselves. And so, building and developing and expanding Sefaria is at its core hopeful and optimistic. We know there are threats to Jews everywhere. And at the same time, we believe deeply that the Jewish people will continue, and that if we are to continue, it must be with more than our bodies intact. Our souls, our intellects, and our connections to each other and the divine must be alive as well. And nothing in Jewish tradition facilitates this more than Torah. At Sefaria, we are bringing the people of the book into the digital age, making texts like Tanakh, Talmud, Midrash, Mishnah, Kabbalah accessible to more Jews than ever before, using cutting-edge technology to help people all around the world find ways into works of Jewish wisdom that until recently were only available to a select few. In a moment, we will be recognizing a few special individuals we have named Sefaria pioneers, people who are essential to Sefaria's creation and growth. But before I do, I need to recognize the people who preceded them, our remarkable co-founders, Brett Lockspizer and Joshua Foer, and our founding board member and ride or die chavruta, Mo Koifman. And it's worth noting explicitly, while me, Josh, and Mo were very excited about making Jewish texts free for all, without Brett Lockspizer's brilliant product vision and leap of faith to build a prototype, none of us would be here tonight. Thank you, Brett, for letting us all be a part of your dream. I'd also like to thank my wonderful board of directors, chaired by the brilliant Sam Moed, and my incredible staff, including very long-time senior teammates Annie Lummerman, Sarah Wolkenfeld, Lev Israel, and Tali Herenstein-Kolach. We are fortunate that some of our most significant and beloved philanthropic partners were also our earliest. And I want to specifically thank the William Davidson Foundation, the Jim Joseph Foundation, the Maimonides Fund, and the Koshitsky family, all of whom were existentially important to launching and growing Sefaria. And that brings us to one of the main events of the evening, the opportunity to recognize a group of 7 people who from the very first time they heard about Sefaria were believers and accelerators. People who raised funds, hosted events, introduced us to partners, donated space, and so much more. Tonight we recognize Phyllis Cook, Felicia Herman, Ilan Kaftal, Joshua Kushner, James Rothschild, and Donna and Ilan Rubenstein. For their essential roles in Sefaria's launch and growth. Not all of the pioneers could be here tonight. Phyllis Cook's husband, David, recently passed away, and we are mourning with her. Because of the change to the Gala date, Josh and James also couldn't be with us, but please read about their contributions in the program. In brief, Phyllis facilitated a third of Sefaria's first year of funding. Josh provided seed capital, hosted our launch event at Thrive, and served on Sefaria's board of directors for 10 years. And James was an early supporter who introduced us to both the National Library of Israel and the late Rabbi Jonathan Sachs. And now I would like to call up the 4 pioneers that are here this evening: Felicia Herman, Ilan Kaftal, and Ilan and Donna Rubenstein. Hi, friends. Okay, I will not keep you here awkwardly for too long. But I do want to share a bit about your contributions to Sefaria. Felicia Herman was the executive director of the Natan Fund when she met with Sefaria's founders in the spring of 2013, months before I got involved. Felicia immediately believed that Sefaria could be a historic project for the Jewish people. And Natan made the very first foundation gift to Sefaria. Natan continued to support us through the early years, and Felicia was one of Sefaria's first board members, serving for 8 years, leaving only when she joined the Maimonides Fund, which remains one of our great supporters. Ilan and Donna Rubenstein were among the first friends I personally spoke to about Sefaria, and their enthusiasm helped inspire me to see its potential for the world and my potential to contribute. Ilan helped us raise essential seed capital, made key introductions, and donated the amazing Tribeca office Sefaria occupied for its first few years. Donna has been a great advocate of Sefaria, a chavruta on questions of translation, and most recently, a help with our efforts to incorporate as an amutah, a nonprofit in Israel. In addition, the extended Rubenstein family, including Ilan's wonderful parents, Renee and Ellie, who are with us tonight, sponsored the publication of Nechama Leibovitz's work on Sefaria, which was a historic moment for us. We are very, very much missing Jono and Tamar Koshitsky, our dear, dear friends, also a part of the Rubenstein Mishpacha, who are understandably home in Israel as their son Max has been deployed for most of the last few months. Finally, Ilan Kaftal. whose contributions to Sefaria are genuinely too numerous to name. At Mo Koifman's request, he interviewed me for the CEO role in June 2013. He introduced our founders to Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz and has been essential in cultivating our relationship with the Steinsaltz Center and Rabbi Steinsaltz's son, Reb Meni. For me personally, Elon has been and continues to be one of my most important advisors and mentors. You are a prince of a human. I was going to say a round of applause is in order, so originally we were going to give you all a beautiful office plaque to commemorate this recognition, but we didn't want you to be the only ones who remembered, so instead we decided to dedicate something to you in perpetuity on Sefaria. From now on, the weekly Torah portion page for Parshat Bereshit, Genesis, the very first book in the Torah, will be dedicated in your honor. From this dedication, there will be a link to a page on Sefaria recognizing all of you and your contributions. You were essential to the genesis of Sefaria, and your commitment to its creation will now be marked here forever to honor that.